Okay, I got off on a tangent, and it was going to end up being like 30 minutes long if I kept going, so I started over. To let you know my progress on what I'm doing right at the moment, as long as my arthritis does not get too bad for me to be working with my crochet hook, is I'm working on a blanket that I hope I've got enough of the yarn, because I've got like 3 skeins of that particular yarn to finish this baby blanket with. And I might make like a sweater or something of the same thing if there's enough left over for one of the reborn dolls. That was supposed to be for Grandma Maud if I ever managed to get it all the way finished for her doll. I miss my Grandma Maud. She died when I was 8. And I miss her. And I've always missed her. She was a wonderful, wonderful woman. So what I kind of wanted to talk about was fashion. You know, the Met Gala thing has been getting everybody, and there was a lot of the fashion there that was nude centric. And I'm not really going to get off on that too much. I don't like nude centric, and I've got a lot of reasons for why I don't like nude centric. But the thing is that most of those particular types of outfits would have been more appropriate in a movie production, or if they were up on stage singing, than walking the red carpet with them. The one everybody discusses the most was Beyonce's mermaid skeleton dress that was done with the beaded crystals. And the theme of the gala this year was fashion as art. So that dress certainly qualified as being a piece of art. It was not really wearable fashion, it was a piece of art. It would have been very uncomfortable when she sat down in it. If she could sit down, she might not have been able to sit down. Some of those dresses were so tight, I don't think they could. So the Met Gala aside, fashion. What you wear, the colors you wear, the type of clothing that you wear, and how you wear it says a lot about you and your personality, and the way people, when they look at you, the first impressions they get are going to be your face and then your fashion. When I was 19 or so, when I was living in Houston, after I had a failed attempt at being in the Army. There are a lot of reasons why I didn't succeed when I was in the Army, but I'm not going to go into that. There was this Christian woman I encountered. And I knew her off and on for about 10, 15 years after that. I was about, she moved up here to Tulsa after I was married to my first husband. And when I encountered her after I was married, she told me that Christian women should not ever wear black because of its association with witchcraft. Now, for me, I was Gothic since before goth was cool. I mean, that was like, back when the beatniks, it was just, it's always been my color. And I realize now that one of the things about black, especially nowadays, people that wear black are trying not to stand out, to be invisible. Now, goths, there is a particular type of goth which is called the shock goth, and not so much in their clothes as in their makeup is very outrageous, and the way they dress and how they wear their makeup is designed to shock people. But most other forms of goth are not anything that's going to be shocking people. It's just about embracing the darker side of your nature and wearing black. Older people that wear black all the time, you either think that, okay, they like black, or they're in mourning. That's just the way fashion is. And it did not become associated with witchcraft until after World War II. Because during the Middle Ages, I mean, they didn't, when Wicca got started, it didn't really become associated with witchcraft till then in America, because in the Middle Ages and in up until about that time, black was just, like I said, for mourning, or it was just a color that you would wear as a part of your, if you were the servant class, and that was the color of the uniform that you wore. It denoted your class. It denoted what sort of person you were. And the really flashy colors were not worn by the peasantry. The peasantry wore browns and grays and blacks, and they didn't wear the bright colors a lot. Bright colors were for the rich, for the elite. And the pastels were for the rich, the elite. You have to understand this, that up until a certain point in time, unless you were a rich person, you did not wear bright colors. And that was just history in fashion. Okay, now nowadays everybody wears colors. Doesn't matter, if you're rich or you're poor, you're going to wear colors. So you don't notice somebody, how rich they are or how poor they are by what color they wear. What you notice about them is the kind of material that their clothing is made of, whether it's like polyester or cotton or linen or wool or silk, and the designer of it, and how well put together, how well made it is. If it's, hand tailored, if it's a custom made outfit, if it's Jordache or Armani or Dolce & Gabbana and or Chanel, or if it's Christian Dior or Louis Vuitton or, God help us, Balenciaga. You notice those things. You notice those brands because those particular brands are wealthier type people are going to be wearing them. And the thing is that even the wealthy, even the rich, and they're going to be wearing much better quality and more expensive than somebody of a less wealthy economic status, are going to dress in a certain way most of the time that blends in. They don't dress to shock and to stand out and make everything the pick-me look. They don't do the pick-me look. At the red carpet events, what was happening is the rich, the elite, are wearing pick-me outfits, things that are attention-grabbing and are saying, look at me, look at me. A lot of the influencer styles that you see in the oh dear, it is going to go long. I'm sorry about this. This is going to be a long one. A lot of the influencer styles that you see, the TikTok videos and YouTube videos and stuff, are, if they are not nude-centric, they are pick-me styles. They are styles that are meant to grab your attention and get reactions. Like the little tiny bubble skirts that when you turn, they barely cover your crotch in the front, and in the back, they show half of your butt. Or shorts that are shorter than hot pants, so that in the back, they might as well be French cut underwear. They ride so far up on your butt. And I saw this one video, the gal wore a baby blue outfit, which probably would have been better at the beach than in a shopping mall. But she was wearing this baby blue shorts. It was riding up on her butt, halfway up on her butt in the back, and just barely there in the front. And were regular high-waisted shorts, skin tight, and had a top that was just like a rectangle that covered the front, very little on the side of her breasts, and had spaghetti strap around to tie it to the back, around her neck, and another one at just about breast level, so that, you know, it was it wasn't going to blow off. But that was the whole outfit. And then she had on a pair of very high stiletto heels. And she was walking around in the mall and showing off and getting these stares and glares and wondering why she was getting glared at. But that's fashion these days. The kind of clothes that you wear, the colors that you wear, um, and the fabrics and stuff, it says a lot about who you are and what you want out of life. And most people choose to blend in. The colors that they wear and everything is like what's there, and the styles are going to be a little bit more conservative and blend in. And then you have the pick-me's. And the pick-me's are going to wear things that are look very outrageous and stand out in a way that's going to get attention and not necessarily the best attention at all. So, I'm not going to judge anybody on it. This is an observation. Y'all have a great day today, and I'll talk at you a little bit later. When you can, be kind, because kindness is healing. Love y'all.